going on, Media Unlockeders? Have you ever been shooting a film with your Canon T2i and it had headphones on and got the wires tangled up and you're like, man, I wish I had wireless headphones? Well, today's your lucky day. I'm going to show you how to have wireless headphones on your T2i with Magic Lantern. What's going on, guys? I'm David with Media Unlocked, and one day I was sitting down at the house and I was like, man, it would be really cool to have wireless audio and do a video on it. And so I got online, looked up a few parts, put a few theories together, and I came up with a way to do wireless audio with the Canon T2i. It would also work on the T3i in certain circumstances, but we're going to talk about that later. So some of the parts that you're going to need, it's going to run you about $110 to do it. So it's not going to be cheap to be able to do the wireless audio thing with the Canon T2i and Magic Lantern. Now, you do have to have Magic Lantern to be able to monitor your audio while shooting with these wireless headphones. So let's go down the part list. So the first thing you're going to need is your AV cable that your camera came with right here. It's just a red, yellow, and white cable that hooks in to like a mini USB port here. That comes with your camera, so you'll need this. Second thing you'll need is a audio video to 1/8, or not audio and video, but audio. It's a red and white to a 1/8. A FiiO piece. You can pick these FiiO pieces up for, these are about 20 bucks on eBay. These are about, I don't know, $2 maybe, $5 most at Radio Shack. And then again, you have the AV piece that it came with. Next thing you're gonna need is a BluBridge mini jack. Now this is a very key component to this setup. So, and then lastly, you're gonna need a wireless Bluetooth headset. Now this will work with any wireless Bluetooth headset. I picked up these Creative Lab ones, which are fairly comfortable. They fit on my ears fairly nice. They fit in there nice and snug, and you can keep them on your ears for a while before your ears start hurting. I'd say about 45 minutes to maybe an hour and a half. And these are normally like 50 bucks, but I picked them up on Amazon for, I think it was 35. So I've got $35 invested here, $20 invested here, so that's 55. This little piece right here was $45. So that's what, 55, 45, that's 100. So that's $100, and maybe $5 in this, so that's $105, and then you got your AV cords that your camera came with. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna show you how to hook all this up so you can get wireless audio, and then we'll talk a little bit about how you can do it on the T3i. It's a very rare circumstances that you're able to use this setup with the T3i, so most of you probably won't have the components to do it on a T3i, but if you do, I'm gonna show you what you're gonna need to do it. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna jump over and take a look at Magic Lantern. I'm gonna show you how to get your settings set up before you hook all this stuff up. So we're gonna actually move locations. It's really bright outside. We kinda need some shade so you guys can see the Magic Lantern menu on the camera. So we're gonna switch locations and set up Magic Lantern. Okay guys, so the first thing you're gonna have to do to get this setup going is, again, you're gonna have to have Magic Lantern. We're on a T2i for this shot. So let's go on into our Magic Lantern settings. You wanna go all the way up to where it says audio. Once you get to audio, you wanna scroll all the way down to monitor USB. Now, for the most part, Magic Lantern should be set up on a T2i that when you do plug in your AV cables, it should automatically notice that you're trying to do USB monitoring. But if it doesn't, and your screen goes black, what happened is that your screen's trying to send out the signal to like it was set up on your laptop so that it would send the video. It's just getting confused. So if you do have that happen, unplug, take your AV cable back out, turn your camera on and off. Go back into Magic Lantern and go into where it says monitoring USB, and all you're going to do is you're just going to click on, so that when you do plug in your AV cable, it's going to be set up to do audio with headphones. Now, the setup that we're doing today, I'm also going to show you how you can do it if you just want to do regular old headphones and you don't want to do the wireless setup. So, but you are going to need to make sure that in Magic Lantern, under your audio settings, that it says monitoring USB on, especially if you hook in your AV cables and your screen goes blank. Unhook the AV cables, turn the camera on, off, turn the camera back on, open up Magic Lantern, go turn your audio monitoring USB on. So, next step is we're going to go back outside, and I'm going to hook up all the pieces, and we're going to hook it into the camera, and then we're going to have our wireless audio. All right guys, so we've done the Magic Lantern, we set it up, so the next step is start putting all the equipment together. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our AV cable, we're going to go to the side, we're going to hook it into the AV out digital port. Boom, it's in. Second thing we want to do, take our audio to 1/8 inch. We're going to put our red in there. We're going to put our white in there. There you go. That's done. Third thing you got to do, you're going to need your FiiO. Make sure it's charged up. You have an input at the bottom, so we're going to put the input in. Now, for people that want to do regular audio monitoring without the wireless setup, that just want wired headphones, this is as far as you need to go. Next thing you'll do is you have a headphone jack right here. You plug your headphones in, you have your volumes here, and you have some volume levels in here as well. You turn your FiiO on, and you can monitor audio with wired headphones. So people out there that just want to monitor audio with wired headphones, this is as far as you need to go. This is all the pieces you're going to need right here. So for our next step, we're going to take our BluBridge mini jack. What it does is it puts out a Bluetooth audio signal. So it is a transmitter, Bluetooth transmitter. So that's going to hook in there. Now this I like to do it like this. This thing does this, and it seems to hold there best. So that's good. So let me turn everything on here. There we go. All right, that's on. Now, with the Bluetooth Ridge jack, we're just going to hold it down. So I'm going to literally hold this little button down till it starts blinking a red and blue signal, I believe, if I remember correctly. All right, it's doing a red and blue signal right now. So now I'm going to take my Creative Labs headphones. I'm going to push this in till it gives me a blinking blue. So it's just going to constantly blink blue. You got to hold it down for about 5 to 10 seconds. So now it's constantly blinking blue. So while they're blinking, they're going to find each other. They're going to link up. And let's see if, yep, okay, it looks like they've linked up. Now you can tell when they linked up because the blinking blue will go really fast, blink, 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 blink. And then once they've linked up, it'll be like blink, blink, blink. And that means that it's connected to this bad boy. All right, so let's put these on. All right, and we're going to turn the T2i on. And let's see, as audio should be good to go. So now, as I'm talking, actually, let's see here. Let me make sure that I've got we want to go internal. Okay, so I switched over to the internal mic because I don't have an external mic hooked up to it. Hold on, we'll see what we can do. Okay, I don't know if it's going to work, guys, but do you hear that? It's my headphones. It's probably, the feedback's probably horrible. Turn these off now. But as you guys could see, it's exporting the audio. It's being sent from the mini jack Bluetooth all the way up to here. I guess we could do, let me reset this back up, and I'll actually show you how far you can get with this. So to turn the BluBridge mini jack off, you're just going to hold it down till you see a red, till it will go red for a second, then it's off. So that just went off. Now I'm going to turn it back on until it starts blinking red and blue, red and blue. And there we go. And then let me turn these headphones off. All right, they're off, so let's turn these back on. Okay. Now they should be connecting up here in a second. All right, takes about 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, so I've got these on. I'm going to back up. So I'm still good. It's not breaking as far as connection. So we figure you got about 15 to 20 feet. I'm still good. You do want to have a clear line of sight if possible. As well, I'm guessing if you're in a place like New York where there's a lot of cell phones and Bluetooth devices being used, you know, it may, now it's starting to cut out a little bit here. So I'm about, Nick, how far would you say I am?
Yeah, about 20 feet.
About 20 feet. So you do get a little lag sometimes, but the most time you don't. So as I said, if you're in a place like New York with a lot of cell phones and stuff like that, I am kind of interested to know how it would work. I don't know if there would be some interference, but in a place like today, there's no really cell phones, there's no big towers that I see, so I'm thinking, you know, I don't have to worry about interference problems. I'm betting this might even work a little bit better inside of a house, I don't know. All right, guys, so one other thing I wanted to mention is for people out there that may have a T3i or other devices, there is a way to use this with those devices. The T3i doesn't have the audio monitoring capabilities that the T2i does, but what we're using right now is a wireless Sony Lav system. So the Sony Lav system actually has its own audio monitor hooked in. So if you have something, a receiver that captures audio that you can listen to back on your headphones, it's very simple. You're just going to take your piece, your BluBridge mini jack, you'll click that in here, and you're going to do the same thing. Hold it down until it flashes blue and red, and then you'll hook your headphones into it, and you'll be able to monitor audio wirelessly. And you don't have to have Magic Lantern for that, which is kind of nice. So if you do have a wireless Lav system that has monitoring on it, all you really need are these two pieces right here. The BluBridge mini jack, and you need the Creative Labs or any type of Bluetooth headphones. So anybody out there that has that, this is another way to do wireless audio as well. But that is my review and my setup for wireless audio. There'll be links down below to every part. So if you want to order any of these parts from Amazon, I'll have a link down below in my description bar for that. As well, check us out on Facebook or Twitter at DAVIDDIMAGE. You know, we do upload photos and other stuff that you don't get to see on the YouTube. So thank you for stopping by, guys, and I hope you guys use this. I mean, this is an awesome little setup, and I plan to use it a lot in the future. Having wireless headphones is just awesome to me. So you guys have a good day, and I'll catch you next time.